You are sitting in a room, your cat walks in, it looks at you, sits down. Then it lies on its side, stretching out near your feet. You think to yourself that it is sleepy or relaxed and that it is nothing special. But within those 30 seconds, your cat just told you 4 different things, and you missed all of them. Animal behavior researchers estimate that more than 80% of cat communication happens through the body, not sound, not meowing, not purring. The body. Every posture, every angle of the ears, every way the tail moves, and every time it chooses to stand, sit, or lie down in the room with you is a form of language. That language has grammar. It has vocabulary. There are short sentences and long sentences. And throughout the time you have lived with your cat, it has been talking to you in that language every single day. That means there are times your cat was saying that it is in pain, times it was saying that it is scared and needs you, times it was saying not to come near it right now, and you approached because you did not know. But there are also times, many more than you think, when it was saying that it trusts you completely, that it is happy here, and that you are the safest place it knows. And you miss those moments too. Not because you did not care, but because nobody taught you how to read it. Today we change that. This is cat body language, fully decoded. In this video, we will go through 7 zones of cat body language: the eyes, ears, tail, posture, belly, paws, and the whole body combined. Each zone comes with a specific translation, what the signal looks like, and what your cat is saying in each situation. This is not a list of symbols to memorize. This is about building the ability to read your cat so you understand them in real time without needing to look anything up. Make sure to stay until the 7th zone. That is when all the signals come together into a complete picture, and I will show you how to read your cat's entire emotional state in just a few seconds. That is a skill that once you have, you cannot turn off anymore. If you have ever wished you understood your cat better, this is the video for you. Zone number 1. The eyes. A cat's eyes are the most direct zone of body language, and they cannot be faked because they are controlled by the autonomic nervous system. Most people think a cat's pupils dilate or constrict only in response to light. That is partly true. But research published in Applied Animal Behavior Science confirms that a cat's pupils react to emotional states independent of light. Dilating or constricting reflects the cat's actual arousal level, not what it chooses to show. It cannot control this. That is why the eyes are the most honest channel. Here is the translation. Large, dilated pupils combined with a relaxed body mean the cat is positively excited, wants to play, and is open to interaction. Dilated pupils but a stiff body and ears starting to flatten mean this is not good excitement. This is fear or preparing to defend, so please back away. Pupils constricted into narrow slits combined with a direct, unblinking stare mean the cat is uncomfortable, warning you, and needs space right now. A slow blink, which means closing the eyes slowly and deliberately then opening them, is the highest signal of trust and affection in the entire language of a cat's eyes. And looking at you then looking away, looking back and looking away again means the cat is watching you without wanting to put pressure on you, which is a sign of a comfortable and secure bond. Cats cannot lie with their eyes. Anytime you are not sure what your cat is feeling, start with the pupils. That is the most honest answer it can give. Think about that for a moment. Zone number 2, the ears. A cat has 32 independent muscles controlling each ear. That is more than any other species in the feline family, and most cat owners cannot read them. Research on feline facial action coding, an expression classification system built similarly to the facial action coding system used for humans, confirms that the ears are one of the most reliable emotional indicators on a cat's body. The ears react even before explicit behavior appears. This means if you can read the ears, you know what is about to happen before it happens. Here is the translation. Ears straight and facing forward mean the cat is focused, curious, and actively processing something in front of it. Ears rotated to the sides like butterfly wings mean it is scanning multiple sources of information at the same time, not yet committed to any single stimulus. Ears tilted slightly backward mean the cat is starting to feel uncomfortable and wants the situation to change, which is an early warning. Ears flattened completely against the head mean the maximum level of fear or defensiveness, so stop all interaction immediately. And here is the most important thing about ears. The ears and eyes must be read together. Ears tilted back combined with constricted pupils mean severe discomfort. Ears tilted back combined with dilated pupils and a soft body might just mean it is listening to a sound behind you, not reacting to you. A cat's ears react before it decides to act. That is a window of a few seconds for you to adjust before a situation escalates. People who can read a cat's ears are never bitten by surprise. This connects directly to the next zone. Zone number 3, the tail. The tail is the most direct emotional display board on a cat's body, updating second by second with no delay and no way to hide it. Why can it not be hidden? Because a cat's tail is controlled by the autonomic nervous system, which is the exact same system that controls its heart rate and stress reflexes. A cat cannot actively control what its tail does based on emotion, just like you cannot control your heart rate when you are stressed. What you see on the tail is raw data with no filter in between. Here is the translation. A tail held straight up with a slight curve at the tip means a positive greeting. Your cat is happy to see you, which is the equivalent of a human smile. A completely straight tail with no twitching means high confidence and a stable state. A tail gently curled around your leg is an active display of affection. Your cat is saying you belong to them in the best possible way. A tail puffed up like a bottle brush means intense agitation or extreme fear. This is not aggression, it means the cat is overwhelmed and needs space. A tail wagging slowly and evenly means it is assessing and has not decided yet, so do not escalate the situation. A tail thumping hard and fast against the ground means stimulation has exceeded the tolerance threshold, so stop interacting immediately, not in a few seconds, but right now. A tail held straight up as a cat walks towards you is one of the most unfakeable signs of affection in nature. Every time you come home and your cat greets you with that tail, that is real neurological data. It is not an act. It cannot be acted out. Which way does your cat usually wag its tail the most? Please describe it in the comments below. Zone number 4, whole body posture. Before the eyes, ears, or tail tell you anything, a cat's whole body posture has already set the context. That is the first sentence in every conversation. Zoologist Desmond Morris, in his work on cat body language, identified more than 25 distinct postures with classifiable meanings. These postures are consistent across multiple studies and different cat populations around the world. This is not behavior learned from a specific environment, but rather the universal language of the species. Here is the translation. The loaf position, where the cat sits tucked up with both paws hidden under the body, means relaxed, no need to defend, and feeling safe with the surroundings. Lying all the way down and stretching out the whole body represents a state of absolute safety, with no threats in its mind at this moment. A low body clinging close to the floor means it is trying to make itself smaller from fear or submission, not relaxation. A high arched back with fur standing up and moving sideways represents extreme fear that needs to be shown outwardly to deter a threat. This is a defense display, not an attack, and the cat is saying that it is looking bigger so you do not come close. Sitting straight up with the body facing you means attentive, focused on you, wanting to interact, or waiting for something from you. When a cat lies in a loaf position next to you in silence, it is not being indifferent. The loaf posture requires the cat to hide its paws under its body, meaning it has decided it does not need to be ready to stand up and run. That is a clear statement that it does not need to defend itself here, right next to you. Zone number 5, the belly. No zone on a cat's body is misunderstood more than this one, and that misunderstanding often leads to bites that owners do not understand. The belly is the most biologically vulnerable area because the internal organs are not protected by ribs or a thick layer of muscle. In research on wild felid behavior, exposing the belly is a behavior that only occurs between individuals with a long-term bond and a deep level of trust. It is not a casual social behavior, and not just with anyone. Here is the translation. Rolling over, showing the belly, and looking directly at you is a display of trust. Your cat is saying that it is not afraid of you and does not need to defend itself in front of you. This is not an invitation to pet the belly. This is a declaration. Rolling over, showing the belly with eyes half closed, and a completely soft body means a state of deep relaxation that can accept gentle interaction. But please read the reaction second by second instead of just touching. Lying on the back but with flat ears and wide dilated pupils is not relaxation. This is a submissive fear display, where the cat is trying to make itself look non-threatening to what it fears. And an exposed belly, but with paws coiled and ready, means it is assessing and has not decided yet, so it is best not to interact first. When a cat shows its belly to you, that moment is not an invitation. It is a declaration. It is saying that in front of you, it does not need to protect itself. The way to respect that declaration is to acknowledge it, not necessarily to touch it. Think about that for a moment. Zone number 6, paws and physical contact. The way a cat uses its paws and its decision to make or not make physical contact with you is one of the clearest and least noticed indicators of a bond. Research on affiliative behavior in feline social groups confirms that physical contact initiation, meaning actively creating physical contact, is a behavior reserved for individuals within the inner social circle. Cats do not touch the bodies of individuals unless there is a necessary level of trust. Every time a cat actively creates contact with you, it is the result of an assessment, not a random occurrence. Here is the translation. Kneading or making biscuits on you is a behavior linked to neonatal feelings of safety. You are being viewed as the safest place in its world. A headbutt, which means pressing its head against you, is alamarking. Your cat is saying that you have its scent and you are a member of its family. Placing a front paw on you means searching for a connection, actively reaching out, and wanting to be closer. Lying on top of your legs or arms is comfort-seeking. It wants to feel your physical presence, not just know you are nearby. Scratching gently without causing pain means attracting attention in a way it has learned is effective with you specifically. This is a behavior refined over time specifically for you. Every time a cat actively creates physical contact with you, it is a decision. It is not a habit. It is not a random occurrence. It has evaluated the situation and chosen that it wants to be close to this person. And now, how to combine everything together. Zone number 7, whole body reading. This is what I promised you from the beginning of the video. A skill that once you have, you cannot turn off anymore. No signal exists independently. Cat body language is a system, and when you read the whole instead of the parts, you get more accurate information than any single signal can give you. Research on multimodal communication in felicity, which is simultaneous multi-channel communication, confirms that cats often send complex signals where different channels complement each other or sometimes contradict each other. Reading a single channel gives an incomplete and sometimes misleading result. Reading the whole gives you the true picture. Here are the 3 most important states and how to recognize them in a few seconds. The first state is completely relaxed and trusting. The pupils are at a medium level or slightly dilated. The ears are straight, facing forward or tilting slightly to the sides comfortably. The tail is resting still or wagging very slowly and gently. The body is soft, with no stiff points. Breathing is even, with the belly moving visibly. This is your cat at its best, peaceful, safe, with nothing to worry about. The second state is building stress or discomfort. The pupils start to dilate wider than normal even though the light has not changed. The ears begin to rotate slightly backward. The tail starts to wag slowly with a larger amplitude. The body is slightly stiffer at the shoulders and back. If you are interacting, this is the time to stop. Not after being bitten, not in a few seconds, right now. The third state is fear or overstimulation. The pupils are completely dilated. The ears are flat or rotated sharply backward. The tail is puffed up or thumping hard against the floor. The body is low or the back is arched up. Fur may be slightly standing up around the shoulder area and along the spine. This is not the time to interact. This is not the time to try to comfort it. This is the time to give your cat space, time, and quiet. When you read all 3 zones at the same time, the eyes, ears, and tail, you do not need to guess anymore. Your cat's emotional state becomes something you see, not something you try to understand after the situation has already happened. That is a skill that once you have, you cannot turn off, and your cat will feel the difference. And there is one final thing I want to say, something that few videos mention. While you are learning to read your cat's body language, your cat has been reading your body language for a long time. Research at the University of Lincoln confirms that domestic cats recognize and distinguish at least 4 human emotional states of their owners through a combination of visual and olfactory signals, including facial expressions, body posture, breathing rates, and chemical changes in body odor when emotions shift. It does not learn this actively. It evolved to do this. Every time you walk into the house, your cat has finished reading your state before you even open your mouth. It knows whether you are doing well or not well. It knows whether you need to be left alone or need its presence. And it responds accordingly by approaching or keeping its distance, by lying close to you or just sitting opposite you in silence. The conversation is not one way. It has never been one way. Have you ever felt that your cat knew you were not doing well before you even said anything? Please leave a comment below. And this is what all of these studies, when looked at together, point toward. Cats are not mysterious creatures that cannot be understood. Cats are extremely clear communicators using a language without words. That language has a structure. It has consistency. It can be learned. The gap between people who understand cats and those who do not is not the love for cats, nor is it the time spent together. It is one single thing, knowing where to look. And now you know. We started with a very normal scene. A cat walks into the room, looks at you, sits down, lies down near your feet. Now you know what happened in those 30 seconds. What the pupils said, what the ears said, what the posture said, and what the decision to lie down near you, not in another corner of the room, not in another room, said. Your cat has been talking to you from the first day it walked into your house. Every single day since then. With every posture, every glance, every position it chooses in your space. The question is never whether your cat is talking. The question is, are you listening? Your cat chose you. That is no small thing. If this video changed the way you observe your cat, please subscribe. Every video on this channel is built to answer a single question. What is really going on inside your cat's head? Please leave a comment below. Which cat body language signal did you just realize you misunderstood? And which signal do you realize right now your cat is sending you? Next video. Your cat sleeps next to you every night. We just learned their daytime body language. But there are things cats do at night while you sleep that daytime body language does not explain. Research on that will change how you look at things every morning you wake up.